Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just going to do a really quick review on the qualifying that took place yesterday in Mexico, and I'll tell you guys my prediction for tonight's race. So it was Valtteri Bottas who got pole. I was very pleased with that result, and do you know what Bottas has been doing, putting in very solid performances the last few races, and ever since he found out he was leaving Mercedes, he's been doing a great job. So he deserved that pole, and it was Lewis Hamilton who came second. I mean, you could see Toto Wolff was really happy to get that front low lockout, and it turns out it's actually their first front low lockout this year, and I was actually quite surprised that it's not been as regular as other years. But yeah, it just shows you how exciting this year has been, and it's not just always been that Mercedes 1-2. And it was Max Verstappen who came third and Sergio Perez who came fourth. I mean, Red Bulls were predicted to be the better car, but in comparison to the Mercedes, I have no idea what happened. But yeah, again, I guess they would be okay with that result, because in terms of statistics, couldn't say that. It turns out that whoever starts on pole position in the last few races in Mexico haven't actually ended up winning the race. So some drivers may argue, well, you don't really want to start at pole because in terms of what the stats say, you won't win the race, but we'll see what happens in this race. And it's quite a long slipstream into the first corner, so anything can happen. So, you know, starting the pole might not be the best position. And also, Sergio Perez, he'll be wanting a good result. It's his home Grand Prix. It would be really nice if he manages to make it to the podium. And it was Pierre Gasly who came fifth. I have to say, I am very, very pleased with that result. And ever since Pierre Gasly got dumped by Red Bull, he's been delivering solid performances week in, week out. Ever since he's been back with AlphaTauri, and I really hope that other bigger companies, you know, actually see that and give Gasly a shot with a better car. I think he's very more than capable of winning a Formula 1 season if he's given the chance. And it was Carlos Sainz who came sixth, and then Daniel Ricciardo who came seventh. I mean, Ricardo's been doing a really good job lately. I think he's gotten used to his car and pretty decent job. And then eighth was Charles Leclerc. I mean, you can see even on his Instagram, you could tell Charles wasn't very pleased with that result. I mean, he still got the race today, so he might be able to work his way up the grid. And it was ninth Yuki Tsunoda. That's pretty decent. So the AlphaTauri are actually doing pretty good, and 10th was Lando Norris in the McLaren. And so it turns out Norris is actually going to be starting a bit back of the grid due to an engine penalty. So the starting grid actually is going to be different to the qualifying results, and he'll be starting at the back of the grid. I mean, McLaren will really want him to try and work his way up the grid and try and at least get a couple of points, because in terms of the Constructors' Championship between Ferrari and McLaren, there's not much in there. So yeah. And we have Sebastian Vettel in 11th. That's a shame he didn't make it to Q3. I mean, I don't know if you guys are aware, but when I initially got into Formula 1, I was a big Vettel fan. I mean, I still am, but it's a shame he's not winning races. I mean, the rules are going to change, I think, next year, so who knows? Anything can happen. And Kimi Räikkönen, so he's got 12th position in the Alfa Romeo. That's actually really good in that car, so I'm sure Alfa Romeo were pleased with that result. And then 13th, George Russell. 14th, Antonio Giovinazzi. 15th, Esteban Ocon. 14th, Alonso. So it's a shame Alonso got kicked out in Q1, but he still got the race tomorrow, so hopefully he can try and work his way up. and then we have 17th Nicholas Latifi, 14th Mick Schumacher, 19th Nikita Mazepin, and 20th Lance Stroll. So Lance Stroll is starting from 18th position, so I don't know if you guys watched the race. In Q1 I pretty much started off with Lance having a bit of an incident, a crash with the wall, and that was quite unfortunate because I mean he was already going to be starting from the back of the grid, but it would have been nice to get a few more laps and get a feel of the car, and it's unfortunate for the engineers to work really hard overnight to try and get the car ready for the race. So that was a shame, but the main thing was that Lance was fine. Now for the fun part. So in terms of predictions, I predict Lewis Hamilton is going to win the race. I think Lewis is going to do it with Valtteri Bottas coming second and Max Verstappen coming third. Fourth going to Pierre Gasly, and fifth is going to go to Sergio Perez. Although I'm saying fifth to Sergio, honestly, I would love it if he makes it to the podium. It's his home race. Don't we all love to see, the home driver, on the podium or even win the race? The atmosphere will be absolutely electric for them. But I don't think that's going to be the case. It'll be very interesting to see if any of my predictions are correct, and I can't wait now to actually watch the race. So what I'll do is I'll come back and upload a video either tonight, if not tomorrow. So I shall see all you guys soon. Bye!